Following a chaotic but incredibly exciting draft week, it was time to close things out with a supplemental draft. In the first of 3 rounds, Raw would get the first pick, striking with Damien Sandow, someone who of course the Raw general manager had an affection with. As Sandow made his way to Raw, however, SmackDown struck back just as hard, taking away one of Raw's favourites in Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma, now a member of the Blue brand, and looking to stake his name there. However, it would not be Raw nor SmackDown who would win this round, but rather ECW, gaining the 2-time World Heavyweight Champion Tyler Breeze. Another tough loss for Raw to endure. Heading into round 2, they would need to fight back. Despite losing 2 of their largest names in the singles division, Raw's tag team division would once again look to undergo a revival. The Ascension would jump to Raw and look to make a good start for the Red brand heading into round 2. However, SmackDown would strike back 10 times harder. That's right, taking the former World Heavyweight Champion and golden boy of Monday Night Raw, the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal, was now without his World Heavyweight Championship and without his general manager. SmackDown Live bound was Jinder Mahal. Despite that being the biggest pick of the second round, ECW would close out its picks by taking the entire MK Ultra stable in one foul swoop, and then such pulling out of the third round out of fairity for the other brands. A big closing for this cult-like stable, who may find their noses pressing against another of the same breed. Heading into round 3, there was a decision made due to the losses that SmackDown Live sustained. ECW gifted its pick to SmackDown Live, thus giving it an extra bonus pick to work with in this round. It would be a strong strike from SmackDown Live, as the luck of the draw gave them Kane, the former World Tag Team Champion, brother of The Undertaker. Not only would Kane be SmackDown Live bound, but the Brood was in jeopardy. However, the Brood was not the focus right now. Making the jump to SmackDown Live was one of ECW's biggest names it had ever had, the phenomenal one AJ Styles, now a member of the Blue brand. The pick gifted to SmackDown Live had come back to bite them where it hurt. The phenomenal one was gone. It looked all to be but a great round for SmackDown Live, but Raw would make sure not to only strike back, but to have one of the strongest picks of the draft entirely. And with that, the supplemental draft was sealed. The best in the world, CM Punk, was now a member of the Monday Night Raw brand. A chaotic supplemental draft to say the least, as big names went from all brands. But it's safe to be said, the best was saved for last. This would be where the supplemental draft would close out. However, there was one final pressing matter to take care of. With, of course, the developmental brand NXT, it was time for the rosters to cut some weight, send some of their talents down to that brand. Starting off, Monday Night Raw would begin with the demotion of Charlotte down to NXT, a woman who would struggle to find her bearings in Raw, now look to do the same in NXT. ECW would do the same, however, taking down perhaps the largest name of the supplemental draft to NXT in Dean Ambrose, the former world champion, made the swap down to NXT following the guidance of the ECW general manager, who believed he couldn't cut it in ECW anymore. However, of all the brands to strike the hardest, it would be the one that lost the most. SmackDown Live would send a colossal 3 talents down to that yellow brand, starting off with Kalisto, a man who has been nowhere for a very long time. SmackDown Live would continue on their picture, choosing Summer Rae to make the move down to NXT as well. Another woman who had struggled to find the bearings, well, now she was on her way to NXT. And maybe the point about Dean Ambrose was not fair, as this could be argued to be the biggest pick down to NXT. The Swiss Superman Cesaro, the former ECW champion and the former leader of the NWO. Cesaro was on his way down to NXT to close off this chaotic week. The picks had been sealed, the draft has been done, the trading has been commenced and sealed in one go. However, what of those who rose from NXT? What of those who have been hidden away for some time? What of those who are going to be a surprise for all? Next week, all the questions will be answered. We'll see you there.